Good morning and welcome to iPad Outdoors. I'm out in the woods, as you can see. I'm all set up over here this morning. Spent the night here last night and I thought perfect opportunity today to go forage some wood, get prepped and do a little video. Today's video is going to be on a little wood stove burner. I'm going to get that out in a minute and show you. I'll build that as I'm recording. So without further ado, we'll crack on. So here we are, foraging around. We've come across this wheel, so I'm going to use that to obviously get that wood burner off the floor. As you can see, there's a lot of dead wood, dead twigs, load of leaves. If you don't find something nearby, just clear the area, clear the space, so you can make sure you're not going to end up causing a bit of a fire. I made some kindling and some larger bits of wood. Got loads more down there, because I have not done this before. What we're going to do is end up making ourselves a cup of coffee. Okay, as we come here, we've got the water. Down here I've got my firelight in the kit. Down here I've got a little wood stove, and then obviously my snug pack response pack. In there is all my brew kit. So what I'm going to do is make myself a cup of coffee. I'm going to set my camera up somewhere. You'll see me from start to finish setting up, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Sweet. First thing I'm going to do is prepare a stirrer, as I haven't got a teaspoon. Just any twig, green, any tree. Don't want to stick off the floor. Don't know if any animals been around here. Got that to me. Be a good little stirrer. So this wood stove here I've just had made by a bit of a genius. I suppose if you know what you're doing, then obviously it's going to be a lot easier. So from being over there, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see, but obviously I've got two supporting struts that go across the top. I've got a back plate, two side plates, the front with a window, and obviously I've had iPad Outdoors engraved on that. The bottom plate and the second bottom plate. So it's probably going to be a bit fiddly, but we'll see how we get on and go from there. It's the first time I've ever made one of these, so I can only assume the mesh would go in that one. Very bottom plate would go in that one here. I suppose maybe I can put the back plate on to hold them into play. I have a feeling I'm going to drop this and it's all going to come apart, which will be highly embarrassing. But if you don't practice with your kit and you don't know what you're doing, and get out there to discover, get out there to try it out. Oh, I think I'm getting somewhere. If there is an easier way of doing this, then please drop me a comment, because this at the moment it's fiddly. Okay, let's put the front window on. You know what they say, preparation prevents piss poor performance. Yeah. Shame this wheel's got a few knobbly bits in it. Put supporting braces on. Just like that, bish bash bosh. So, I suppose to make my life a little bit easier, when I'm using a flint and steel, I use a bit of paraffin soaked cotton. So that is just a little tab of compressed cotton. You pull it apart, you cull it apart, you just leave it like that. Even just like that, that'll catch a spark. But what I'd like to do is shred it just a little bit. Okay, just to talk you through what I've just been up to. Obviously we built my mini Aped Outdoors wood burner. So very shortly we'll be making ourselves a bit of a brew. That's a coffee. Inside there, all I've done was put a bit of wood shaving. That wood shaving there is from fat wood. Fat wood being known as from pine trees and fir trees. It's where you get resin build up in a wood, and it's highly flammable. And fat wood shavings is brilliant for starting a fire. I've only sprinkled a bit of them over the top purely because as I was building a bit of a platform for the wood over the cotton, I knocked the stove itself, so I'm not going to rebuild and start all over again, but I'm hoping that's going to take. So let's see how we get on with lighting that. I'm going to turn the camera, put the camera somewhere so I can light this here. Obviously with a bit of flint still, I find using the back of my knife best. Just going to scrape it a couple of times. Oh, that's not meant to happen. Let's try again, eh? Been on a different technique of lighting these. Maybe some matches. Pretty, but it's not working. just not striking, is it? Try something else. What? Think about it, I've only been doing bushcraft about 3 weeks. I'm out here burning the shit out of my knife. It's quite entertaining, to say at least. But almost had a bit of fat wood going in. Obviously I need to go on to Fiverr and practice my wood, well, fire making. Let's try and make sure that don't fall back out again. It will go, I'm determined. I have a flame. But I think I need to get out and practice this one a bit more. That was ridiculous. You probably agree, but perseverance. So what actually caught them was the cotton right down the bottom. The fat wood wasn't catching any spark. Sparks are flying everywhere, but main thing is we'll get that kindling going. We'll get that kindling going, and we can get this up to some form of temperature. It will go, it will go. It's working, that's the main thing. Might be the longest cup of coffee in the world, but you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. You reap the rewards for when you persevere. So remember that, you reap the rewards when you persevere. So the wood stove itself, well made. I really like that. A little bit fiddly in places, but That's really cool. Only a small little stove, so I can have a coffee. But with that said, there are others which are bigger stoves. And I suppose if this was a bigger stove, I might have been able to put bigger bits of wood, smaller bits of kindling, and that'll get that going. Just give it a little while to get it going. So while that wood, that kindling is starting to go, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get the water on the go. This is the part where you've got to be careful so I don't knock that over. But I'm going to use a little window at the front of that to keep feeding the fire. Little piece of wood. And we'll see how long it takes to start to boil the water. Something about fire, it's very therapeutic. A lot of people on the outdoors call it caveman TV. It's pretty much what we watch. Next video I'll do is me taking all of this down and packing it all back up. I think I'll make a nice little video, maybe do that as a time lapse. It's a bloody big woodpecker, whatever that is. So all I'm doing is I'm slowly feeding the fire, a small piece of kindling. All I'm doing is getting that fire going, getting that heat rising, because it's the heat I want to get that water boiling. Not the flames, but the heat. So I'm just going to keep feeding it little bit by little bit. And as I run out of these little bits of kindling, I can go on to the little bit bigger bits. So the wood stove itself, made by this guy called Matthew. He's on Instagram and Facebook under the name Nomad Laser Co. So Nomad Laser Co. Matthew, he's the guy that's built this wood stove for me. He's made it all by hand. And from his hand, he's obviously put a laser lettering on it using some laser. I don't know how it's done, but you think about it, I've only got 2 pieces of kindling left, but I'm feeling the heat of that from here. I'm starting to see some steam coming from the water. So I've only been feeding this fire little pieces of kindling. I'm already getting some water vapour. I'm feeling quite a nice heat coming from this. yet it's so small. It's really cool. Check that out. Little bit of kindling, little tiny stove, big giant mug. And here we go. Starting to see the bubbles form. That water is heating up nicely. I don't even think I'm going to need the rest of this wood. Not to make the coffee anyway, but just to burn within a wood stove itself. Yes, that is hot. I've got 2 more pieces of that bigger wood because that kindling is now dying out. More and more water vapour is coming off this. It's very close to boiling. I'd just like to say thank you and a thumbs up to Matthew at Laser Co. Nomad Laser Co. for making this little stove. I think now I've used it once, I'm going to continue to use it every time I'm coming out, and yeah, it's a good bit of kit. Just means you get to sit down, you get to chill out, you get, yeah, okay, to get the bloody fire going, it did take a little bit of effort, but that's because I'm new to all of this. I'm still learning. I think someone's got a chainsaw somewhere. Well, have this coffee, move on. folks, there we have it. Look at that. First coffee on a little wood burning stove. So then, yeah, I enjoyed doing that. I think I need to practice my fire lighting skills, and I think I need to practice with this a little bit more. Maybe smaller pieces of wood, I don't know what's going to help, but overall I'm happy. Got me coffee. So yeah, give me a thumbs up, give me a sub, give me a like, whatever, give me a comment if you want me to do another video of anything really. I'm more than happy to. As I'm going on this journey, you're going on this journey as well with me. It's all brand new. Think about it, I only been going how long? Not long at all. So do give me some formal recommendations, give me some comments, give me some guidance, because you know, knowledge is power, and yeah, together we can help one another. And if you're thinking about getting outdoors, do. If you're thinking about trying wild camping, do it. It's the first time for me making a coffee on a little wood burning stove. I had that specifically made just so I could make this video. Just so if I can help one other person get out in the wilderness and be back in their roots of where they belong. We're not built for city life, although it's good, although it's fun. I've got fizzed by the sounds of it. I don't know what bird or wildlife that is. Let's go have a look. I love it if it's a badger, but I think it's too late in the morning. There's a bird up in the trees. There's a squirrel over there. A squirrel and a bird. Oh well. Right, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to stop this video. Thank you for watching. This is 8pad Outdoors. I'm off to enjoy my coffee.